Let's take a moment and think. If you are a player in a football field, you know that the person that will evaluate you most is your coach. And if you're an employee, the person that will evaluate you is your boss. And if you're a student, the person that evaluates you is your teacher. So as you can see, in every field and everywhere, people evaluate each other based on their speciality. But most importantly, the person that will evaluate you in a very precise manner in every aspect possible is you. Our question today is, if you can evaluate yourself, what would you say? Do you think that you need areas where you can improve or not?
Of course, everyone has a lot of things in themselves that they would like to improve. But you have to really sit and think about them. Maybe I think I could do more with time management, organizing myself. I think, yeah.
Not selfish sometimes. That's about it really.
Improvement of life, improvement of neighborhood, improvement of culture, improvement of a lot of things. Myself, improvement of myself and my family, education, stay, something like this.
Actually, I have to make everything better. I have to improve in everything. We all need to improve and be better people.
Life.
Job, a better skill at something, and more practicing on something that you like. That can make you better.
During our life, we try to make better, at least I try to make everything better, with me and with the others.
It's very important for us to just stand sometimes and think about ourselves. Because as you can see, life is as fast as a blink of an eye. We have to get some rest and see where we stand, what we did and what we want to do. So in order to evaluate yourself and to see where you stand in life, you need to have certain points that you can revise and see if you are doing them right or wrong. Like for example, at home, do you sit with your family enough? Do you give them the attention they need? Do you help your brother, your sister when they need you? Do you sit with your family and see if there's any errands that you need to run? And most importantly, are you good with your mother and father? Secondly, and at work, do you revise what you do there? Do you do your job with complete honesty and the way you're supposed to do it? Do you stand sometimes and think, are you doing your job the right way? And most importantly, do you stand sometimes and improve yourself? Even if you don't get the encouragement or the support from your bosses or the people around you at work, your colleagues, it doesn't matter. Because if you can change yourself and you can improve yourself, you can improve the community around you. And then, have you ever thought and stood with yourself and said, have I been doing my religious duties right? Because sometimes, even if a person fasts, prays, helps other people, they still have certain shortages in other areas. So you need to stand with yourself and think, have I been doing them right? And have we ever thought about our body and health? Because our body and health, they both have rights on us, just as we have rights on them. So in order to do it right and improve yourself on that point, you need to eat healthy, you need to do sports, just try to keep improving yourself. And not just those areas that we thought about. There are many, many, many areas that we can improve ourselves in and evaluate ourselves in. So in order to do that, you need to keep thinking every now and then about yourself. Think about yourself. Try to improve yourself. I'm going to give you 2 examples of being evaluated in your workplace. Now sometimes, even if you work so hard in your work and you're more hardworking than the other employees, sometimes your boss doesn't give you a good evaluation just because he doesn't like you or relationship with you is not that good. And that's totally wrong, because a good evaluation shouldn't interfere with a person's feelings towards another. And vice versa, of course. Some people, they don't work hard in their workplace, but they have a good relationship with their boss. They're more than just employee boss, they're friends. He gives them a good evaluation. And that's totally wrong, as we said. But our point is, as you can see, there are many evaluations in life. And they all, and most of them, depend on feelings between one another. However, the most accurate evaluation and the perfect evaluation is when you evaluate yourself. Sometimes people evaluate a certain person based on the external or just the known things that they see. They don't know what deep down inside happens. For example, let's say you're in a group project and you and your colleagues worked hard, but you worked hard the most, and you know that you worked hard the most. But the person that got the credit was the guy in charge of the project, your colleague. Now, people evaluated the group project based on him because they know that he's the leader. But they don't know that you worked hard the most. So sometimes, as you can see, you only know your true evaluation. You only know your weak points, and you only know how to improve yourself. A person is only busy when he's busy doing things that will improve him, things that will make him a better person. You're not busy if you're just going out with your friends, doing nothing. I mean, those things are good as a change, but to keep your routine life, keep doing those things, and those things that make you busy, that is not right. The right way to be busy is for you to take your time and spend most of your time trying to improve yourself and taking a rest every now and then and see where have you became and achieved. And whenever you're evaluating yourself and seeing where you became, you have to always have integrity in it. Like, don't take sides. Don't say I did better in things more than the worst things. I mean, I know it's between you and yourself, but sometimes people joke themselves and saying, no, I did better in things more than worse, so I'm just going to keep on going. You have to be neutral when it comes to evaluating yourself. Let's think. What's the difference between humans and animals? Animals would keep on doing what they do, eat, take some shelter, whatever they do, without thinking, without doing anything. They just have their essential needs, which they need to do, and they'll do it. But a human being has a difference. He needs to think before every step he does. He needs to think after step he does. And that's what separates us from humans and animals. So what are we gonna be? This or this? Whenever evaluating yourself, you need to set a clear goal in your head. You need to know what you're going to do and what you did. Because even if you know your flaws, but without setting a clear goal to improve those flaws, you'll never achieve anything. Let's say, for example, a person that's overweight, 100 kilograms, and he wants to become, let's say, 70 kilograms. Now this person needs to make statistics that by every end of a week, he needs to reach a certain amount. So if he did not reach, he needs to work even harder the following week. So every person needs to have statistics and a clear goal in his head to improve his flaws. There's a saying that states, today you will work without evaluation, but tomorrow you'll be evaluated without any work. From this context, you can see that even if a person works hard and hard and hard every day, but without evaluating himself and without looking at his weakness points, tomorrow in Judgment Day, you'll be evaluated without any work. So a person must always work and evaluate himself to see his weakness points. So in Judgment Day, he will know his pros and cons. In Judgment Day, a person will be asked about many things, every aspect possible. The meaning of what our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said is that when a person dies, he will be asked about many things in Judgment Day. The main 4 things that he mentioned were age. What did the person do ever since he became a man? Did he do good or bad? His health and body. Did he use his health and body to do good or bad as well? His knowledge. How did he use his knowledge? Did he use his knowledge to good work or bad work? His money. How did he get his money? And did he use his money for good or bad? So as you can see, in Judgment Day you will be asked a very big question. So if we could evaluate ourselves every now and then, we would be ready for that question. Starting from today, let's make a challenge for ourselves, for all of us. Let's set a day or a time where you can evaluate yourself every now and then. Before going to sleep, once a week, once a month, or even once a year. The most appropriate time for any of us. Now you see, if you have or if you evaluate yourself every now and then, you'll have a clear goal in your head and you can see them very clearly and you can achieve them if you evaluate yourself every now and then. Now, this kind of evaluation is very important because it makes your life more organized. You'll have clear goals in your head and you can achieve them by evaluating yourself and enhancing the weak points that you have. So in order to live an organized life and to achieve our goals, we have to evaluate ourselves for a better society.